soon as it's finished, I confirm it and I'll call you back. And then I think if it's not, good afternoon, people. Martin John Get Clean doing a live. I'm very privileged to be invited to this Ferrari event, as I'm an ex-owner of the car, the brand. There's some fantastic vehicles here today. Absolutely an impeccable lineup. Let's just go through a few of these vehicles. Send me your thoughts and comments. So let's start off with the iconic 288 GTO. I could have bought one of these back in 1984 for 70 grand. Let's now look at the value of this particular vehicle. You ready for this? 1984. £2 million. I could have bought one for 90 grand. I bought a Testarossa instead. Oh, if only you knew about these things. Check this vehicle out, people. Martin John Get Clean. I'm at a special organised Ferrari event. Very difficult to get in, but I've been invited down to have a look round. Have a look. This is the GTO. The amount of the increase of value is incredible. I could have bought one exactly the same for 90 grand and I walked away from it and bought a Testarossa. Have a look at the shape of that. Send me your thoughts and comments. Let's just check out the value again. You ready for it? £2 million. Let's go on to the next vehicle, which I was very lucky enough to own one back in 1989. And it's the iconic F40. I think my one cost me 140 grand. I'm not sure, 140 or 160, I can't remember. It's back in 1989, 1990. This particular model is an early one, it's an 87. Let's have a look at the value. £1 million, people. I part exchanged mine for a Lamborghini Countach anniversary. A very big mistake. Look at this. Wow. Absolutely in perfect condition. As I say, I'm really lucky enough to get an invite down here today. Lancasters. So you've got a 288 GTO, an F40, and get ready for it. Let's turn the camera around. And there it is. The beast, the F50. A very difficult car to drive. It's the only one I've never drove. Never ever had the opportunity to purchase one. But I know someone that's got one, and you've got to have arms like Goliath. The steering wheel is very, very, very difficult, a very hard car to drive. This is a 95 version. Let's see what the value of this one is. You ready for it? £2.5 million. What a lineup of vehicles. You've got the 288 GTO at the front, the iconic F40, which I'm lucky enough to have owned one, the monster F50. Wait for it, I'm going to turn the camera around. Look at this, Enzo. Now this, to me, is the epitome of Ferrari. This is a 2002 model. Value of the Enzo, top speed, 280 mile an hour. Let's have a look at the value. £2.5 million. And let's wait for the finale. You ready for this? Boom. LaFerrari Targa Top. Ha! I think there's only two in the country. Maybe even one. This is a 2016 model. Let's have a look at the estimated value. You ready for this? 220 mile an hour top speed. One of 210. This has got to be the one, isn't it? This is the iconic LaFerrari Targa Top. I think there's only about 2 in England. Look at that for a lineup. I'm very privileged to get an invite down here today to look at these vehicles. I've been lucky enough, very lucky enough and fortunate enough to own 8 Ferraris in total, over many years of course. Have a look inside. God, what a lineup of Ferraris, that is impeccable, isn't it? Let's run through it once more and I'll close the video down. Please share it and like it. Something a bit different from my normal channel. LaFerrari 2016, estimated value. £3 million. Next vehicle, Enzo. Obviously they're all in red, as they should be, as far as I'm concerned. 2002 Enzo, estimated value. £2.5 million. And here's the monster, the F50, also in red. This is a 95 model, estimated value. You ready for this? £2.5 million. And my favourite of all, I was lucky enough to own one back in the day, the iconic muscle brutal F40. This is an 87 version, estimated value a mere £1 million. And going back to the very early days, like I said, I could have purchased one of these back in the day, about 1983, 1984, for 90 grand, 288 GTO. Look at the estimated value of this vehicle now. Absolutely unbelievable. So there's the lineup, people. You've got the 288 GTO, the iconic F40, the brutal F50, the superb Enzo, and the cherry on the cake down the very end is the LaFerrari convertible. I'm going to swing the camera around. I'm going to walk through to the other room. Like I say, I've got an invite down here. I've got a very long history with Ferrari back in the days. I've spent a lot of money down here. Some of it was wasted and some of it was enjoyable. What can we see in this room? Let's have a look at this. Oh, this is a special car. Look at this one. This is a Monza, estimated value Jesus Christ, look at this vehicle. What an incredible vehicle, the Monza SP2. Have a look. A very unusual vehicle. The Monza SP2, estimated value £1.5 million. It's a bit of an unusual one, isn't it? What's the top speed of this one? Let's walk through to the other room where there's some very, very unusual collectors. They're all collectors' cars here, but there's some iconic vehicles again. If you just bear with me, let's just swing the camera and look at the vehicles. It's about £7 million worth of cars in here. Enzo F50, LaFerrari F40, and the 288 GTO. Been very lucky to be invited down here. Let's have a look at these vehicles now. We're going to go into this room here. Wow, incredible. Absolutely impeccable vehicle. Look at this LaFerrari. Let's go back to it again. Let's see what the current value of this is again. Take it on board. £3 million. Like I say, I've been invited down as a guest, a special guest, because I've got a long history with Ferraris. I've been in a lucky position to own, I think it's 8. I almost forget myself. And it ain't been flash. I'm a boy from the East End. We've done well back in the day. Put a lot of money into these cars. Sometimes it was enjoyable. Other times it was dreadful because I was in a bad way with drink and drugs. So there you go. There's the lineup. Let's have a look again. What an impeccable lineup of vehicles. Unbelievable. Especially this F40, as I have been in a lucky position to own one of these many, many, many years ago. It's probably my favourite Ferrari of all time. They drive is incredible. Absolutely breathtaking experience. It's as close as you're going to get to a race car that's road legal. I hope you've enjoyed this post. It's a bit of an unusual one for me. I weren't going to put it up, but I know there's a lot of car buffs on social media, so I thought, why not? It's pouring down the rain. I've come down as a guest to this special event. I hope you enjoyed it. God bless. Martin John, Get Clean. Give us a follow, give it a share, give it a like, do whatever you can. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.